inexcusable amount of golfers turn like this in the golf swing, and it is totally wrong and costing you shots. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. On this channel we aim to help you get good at golf just one day at a time. Guys, today I've got a really special one for you because this is something which I've seen so many people get wrong, both in lessons, in pro-ams and just playing with people. How many people turn like this? It is something which, if you're trying to really get the maximum out of your backswing, you're trying to hit drives as far as you can, it can destroy your game. Guys, we've done a video very recently on how to swing with a shorter swing and still hit longer drives. That was a video which Lex asked for, who is a Sunday Club member. This channel is proudly supported by our Sunday Club members. If you want more info on that, click that link below. That is an extra piece of content every Sunday. We have giveaways, we're going to have meetups, all that good stuff. Make sure you go and check it out. But if you want to stop turning incorrectly like so many golfers do, this is going to be right down your street. So what I want you to do, guys, and Chris the Drill Master, that's his new name, I don't know, I didn't come up with it, he's going to give you a drill at the end of this video to help you turn better. But what I want you to do, guys, is think about your takeaway initially. So you see how when I take that driver away there, guys, comment below what part of my body's moving and what part of my body is stationary. 3, 2, 1. Obviously what's happening there is my upper body is moving to a point where the shaft is parallel to the ground and my lower body is staying nice and stationary. That ties in really well with a lesson I had a certain David Ledbetter. You've all heard of that name in golf, and I'll put a few clips on screen now as to what he thinks about the takeaway.
But your tendency would be to sort of do this, where this sort of rolls pretty early, right?
Yeah.
So we can see that, to me, the common denominator really with virtually all the top players is where the hands appear to move in and the club head stays out. So a lot of club golfers, they whip that thing in behind them. They take the club back. And so that's why I'm not a big fan of the word takeaway, but people use it so often.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually you're moving away because you're actually trying to move it away with your core. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, you know, think of your belly button moving the club away.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep your left arm connected to your chest, that's all the technique you want. And that's why you see so many players today rehearsing this move.
Yeah, like that.
It's what
That's,
we call it the modern waggle. Because in the old days, you know, players, you know, even Ben Hogan sort of had this sort of look going, and even Jack Nicklaus had a bit of this going. But you know, to me, I love that old saying, "As ye waggle, so shall ye swing." The old Scotsman saying that. But most people, they're old waggles. Hopefully, they didn't swing it like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's like flicking a bee off the end of a club or something. But you can see so. And actually the way to train yourself is, I'm going to move this out of the way, is to actually hit the odd ball starting from there. I always say you want to split the swing up into two. Yeah. The start, okay, which sort of sets the trend as far the way the hands and the way the club head's moving, plus the fact that you've got this connection between the hands and your body. So this is what we call the synchronization of the swing. Yeah. But you actually want to hit balls from there. So just make a swing from there, complete your backswing and go.
So you see, guys, there, it is imperative that we don't call it the takeaway, we call it the move away. It's so important that you move the club away in the correct motion with the correct waggle, because from there you can then set the club up to the top of the backswing, and that looks so much more powerful than what I showed you at the start of this video. That. What we're trying to do, guys, we're trying to create separation between the upper body and the lower body, because that coil is what helps us A, generate power, but B, generate consistency within the golf swing. It's okay having a powerful golf swing, but if it's not consistent, then you're not going to be very successful, because you could hit it there, or even there, which nobody wants to do. So my key swing thought here is, rather than taking the club away and turning the shoulders all the way, is let's turn the shoulders and then let's turn the rest of the body and then let's let loose. And even with that as a drill, that's one of the best drives I've hit in a very, very long time, because I've got that sequencing correct as to how to get to the top of the backswing, not just thinking I'm going to turn my shoulders all the way through the swing, lose my balance, lose my rhythm, lose any kind of centered strike, and that can totally destroy your game. Guys, I'm going to throw you over to the Drill Master, because he's going to help you get good at golf, one drill at a time. Oh. So guys, like James has just explained there, the takeaway or the move away in the golf swing is the massive part that we need to get right. So when we get into our setup, again, one thing that we see, like James mentioned, is we see the hips and body all go together. This club drops way behind, we get across the line at the top, and then we're trying to get back to the ball. Swinging it like Zorro, some would say. The club's all over, we have no control where that face is going to be when we get back to the ball. Another thing that we often see from people in the takeaway is that they think, okay, it just has to be the shoulders, but instead of turning and rotating into that position like James mentioned, they often tilt and lean towards the target, and they get into this kind of position. Club is pretty much upright.
Jim Furyk a bit.
A bit of Jim Furyk. And then from here, unfortunately, most people don't reroute it nicely like Jim Furyk. They often come down, they tilt backwards, and they take a divot with the driver. And that's not what we want to see. So when we're getting into this setup, we need to think, right, what can I do that's going to encourage me to get into that position, a good takeaway, keep the lower body a little bit quieter, make sure these shoulders are turning. And a drill you can do this with an iron. You don't have to have a ball in there. Obviously, we're just trying to get you into the correct backswing position. Is once we set up, when we make the move away, we want to feel like we slide this left foot back. So you see there, I'm now nicely loaded over this right hand side, and from this position, we will be able to start to turn the body down and make contact. Again, not a drill for hitting balls, it's just for setting that backswing and getting that correct feel. Because if I go here and I then turn my hips and everything as I move that, I'm going to fall over.
We don't want people falling over, do we?
Nearly took a dive. Maybe do it in the house, not on the driving range. But see, at slow motion there, even then I'm starting to lose my balance. Again, if I do this and I'm somebody who tilts, I'm going to have to reset my foot and replant it. So once we're in there, we want to think, okay, I can make a few motions like this. So as I take the club away, slide that foot back, I'm in a nice strong position here, and start to feel how we're very much loaded on this right hand side. Once we've done that a couple of times and we feel comfortable, let's then put it into an actual swing. So we want to feel the same kind of sensation there. And that, again, is actually one of the best drives. I've actually finally got it turning left.
Go down the fairway.
And down the slope there. So that's a drill, guys, that you can do.
Note how Chris did not hit a ball whilst doing that drill.
Yes.
Do not do that.
Disclaimer in there, early doors. Don't be hitting shots like that, just do it as a drill. And again, when we talk in drills, guys, we want to do a lot of those. It's going to be repetitive. We don't always have to have a ball in there.
You always need a club.
And we don't always need a club. We can do that motion without the club. But if I'm at home or if I'm in, well, maybe
anywhere.
Not at home if you've not got enough room.
Not in the pub, anywhere but the pub.
Anywhere, yeah, anywhere but the pub or the airport. We see that a lot in the airport. So get on the driving range, practice that motion, guys, and then when you go onto golf balls, you're trying to feel that. You're not doing the drill at the same time, and that's going to help you get into that correct position. It's going to help you with your move away, not take away, and then from that position, we can return the club face a little bit more stable, we can get the ball starting online better, we can get a better strike, get it going further and help you get good at golf.